Hey, welcome to video number 154 of Walker This Way with Hazel Walker, the queen of all things.
BNI and networking.
I am Mark Simmons, Hazel Walker. So on our last video, we had a great suggestion from Richard Nash, a member of BNI Driven Dragons, about for us to explain better what is a power team, especially compared to a contact sphere. And I think we hopefully did a great job with that. So the next part in this is, so we know what a power team is, but what do we do with it? How do we develop a power team? How do we make it happen? And go.
It's a big, I teach 7 steps to high value referrals, and power teams is a long conversation. It's usually 2 or 3 days worth of training. If you're trying to develop a power inside a chapter, the chapters will use power teams to create growth in their chapter, to build out the power team, right? I tell them that's really a contact sphere, like the health and wellness contact sphere, the real estate and all of that. And you can always belong to more than one. But if I really want to develop a power team, there's a few key things that are critical. One, trust, right? Trust. Do I trust you to do one thing? And I only have to trust you to do one thing. Will you make me look good? If I'm going to refer you, I need to know that you're going to make me look good, that you're going to do whatever you can do to make me look good. I've got to trust you to do that. And the other part, again, is you got to get a clear vision of your target market and be able to teach it to me. Right? You got to explain it to me so that we can make it work. And then the other one is time. Do you have a time to develop the relationship between us? Are you going to commit that time? Here's the thing. Why does it take time?
Why does it take time? Are you asking me the question? You want the answer?
Yeah. Why does it take
I'm assuming it takes time because building trust takes time, because you have to build the relationship.
Right. You got to build that relationship. And how do you build that relationship?
You build the relationship by spending time doing what you say you're going to do, building that trust, learning about the other person, getting curious, learning about their business, taking that time, showing up. Yeah, all those things, right? Not being late.
You're following that VCP model: visibility, credibility, profitability, right? The number one way you're going to build the trust is not in your BNI meeting. You can destroy your trust in your BNI meeting. You can build some trust, but the real trust, the real work has to be done outside of BNI. It's got to be done at your one-to-ones. And you can't just have one-to-one a year. If you're trying to develop me to be part of your power team, then you've really got to be willing to meet outside of the BNI meeting. So let's say there's 5 of us on the power team. We've made the decision that we're going to create this strong health and wellness power team, right? Then we've got to be willing to have power team meetings outside of BNI, where we're sharing our calendar with one another, where we're sharing what networking events we're going to go to, where we're sharing how we're going to introduce each other, where we're working out our target markets. And that can't be done during your BNI meeting. That has to be done outside your BNI meeting. And those one-to-ones are the opportunity for you to educate me and me to educate you. And you better know what it is you're going to educate me on.
Right.
Do I know what questions to ask? Do I know what to listen for? Do I know what the clues are? Do I know how to identify need? What are the needs you fulfill? Do I know how to introduce you? Have you explained to me how you want to be referred? Do I know how to do that? Have you taught me these things? This is the stuff you teach your power team. Right. Now, you will refer people outside of your power team, right? But all the things you learn inside your power team are going to help you to be better at referring people outside your power team too.
Yeah.
So it takes time and it takes effort. And if you're not doing one-to-ones, you will fail. And I say that to all BNI members. If you're not doing quality one-to-ones, you will fail at this. And here's what will happen. You will fail and you will blame it on BNI.
Definitely.
right? You will fail because you were too busy, didn't have the time for one-to-ones, and you will blame it on BNI because you're not getting business, or you're just getting low-level business, because that's what contact spheres tend to pass, is they're going to be those 3s and 4s. Power teams tend to be higher up referrals, better qualified referrals, because you've taken the time to educate me. So that's how you develop your power team. Now, inside your chapter, how do you develop it? Well, you as a group that are already there, let's say there's only 3 of us right now, and we're in the health and wellness, and we've got a chiropractor, a dentist, and an eye doctor. We as the power team need to put the list together of who we are going to invite for our power team.
Right.
Because I, the real estate agent, can't build the health and wellness power team. You can ask me if I know a massage therapist, or if I know a podiatrist, or any of the others. And if I do, I could reach out to them. But you know who you want, so you have to build your own power team. Yeah. And I become annoyed when I see 2 or 3 people going, well, our power team, we don't have a power team. Well, have you invited anyone to your power team? Are you focused on who you want in your power team? That requires that you meet one-to-one or in a group and plan how to build your power team within the chapter.
Yeah. And I think I've seen Mark Graber do an exercise of Survivor Island in a chapter we've gone in, and he split people up into their power teams, and always there's one poor person alone, singular, in their power team, standing in a corner. Well, they are the not survivors in that chapter. They're
not going to survive.
They're not going to survive. So it's a chapter's goal to help grow that power team based on what that one member, who they need to help grow their power.
But that one member has to be inviting his own power team also.
That's where it starts.
Lay it on the chapter.
Yeah.
Right. Or she can't lay it on the chapter. And yeah, it's got to be really focused.
Yeah.
And it's got to be driven by the power team, not by the chapter.
Yeah.
So if you're going to grow chapters by power teams, that's how you do it.
Yeah. So there's a great example that we have on our YouTube channel. So I invite you to look for the video, one we did a couple months back from Bni Dynamo, which they did for their Visitors Day. If you remember, it was the whole power team created this whole bowling alley for one client.
Oh yeah, that was a fantastic one.
Yeah,
that was a great example.
Look for that video on our YouTube channel, because it's on there, of how this entire power team, how they contributed and came together. It was the mock one. I know they got questioned. Where is this?
They thought it was real. It looked real.
It looked real. They did such a great job of putting it together, but it's a presentation they did for Visitors Day. That's the power in the power team. This shows you what's possible.
What I loved about that video is it did show you the upstream and the downstream.
Definitely.
Right? The person that got the referral and how that went, and then how they floated it right downstream till it came back around.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely.
And that is always possible when you've got a good, strong power team.
Yeah.
Otherwise, when chapters only have one person in a group and that person doesn't fit in any of the power teams, that person's still giving referrals.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not coming to your chapter. And oh, by the way, when they refer business to another person in another chapter, that person is supposed to turn that thank you business into your chapter.
Yeah, that's a key point. If you've received a referral, just remember to thank the member that gave you the business, regardless of what chapter they're in.
It doesn't go into your chapter.
Yeah.
Right. I got a referral from All Stars, and I'm a member of Dynamo. I can't turn it into Dynamo. I have to turn it into All Stars.
Yeah. So part of the takeaways from here, because this is how to develop a power team, is take time. It takes time and effort, takes meetings, communication, but put in that time to start developing your power team with the right people.
Exactly.
And start to make it happen. And really, it starts with building your trust and credibility with the relationships and learning about each other.
Please leave us questions, because this is a big topic, and we're happy to answer all the questions. But you just got to let us know what they are. Yeah,
especially if you have like a 3-day workshop that you do. We're trying to answer it in 10, 20, 30 minutes.
I know, right?
Yeah. So send us questions. This is how to develop a power team. And we're going to do another 1 or 2 more on the power team thing. Thanks again to Richard Nash. And thank you, Hazel Walker. Till next time.
Bye.